Hello everyone and welcome back to another must-see chess game by the magician from Riga, Mikhail Tal, who is playing with the white pieces, and his opponent is a chess player named Robert Forbis. This chess game happened in 1988 in Chicago, Illinois, in the United States. So let's see what happened in this chess game. This is also a must-see chess game by the magician from Riga, Mikhail Tal. One of the all-time classics, so let me tell you that. Mikhail Tal starts the game with e4, and we have the Sicilian defense, knight to f3, d6, d4. And we are going for the open Sicilian, knight to f6, knight to c3, pawn up, bishop to g7, pawn up, knight out, queen up, and black castled. Bishop to c4, so black is basically playing the dragon Sicilian. That's the dragon variation of the Sicilian defense. Knight back, and Mikhail Tal pushed the h-pawn and he is charging, which is a very common idea against the dragon Sicilian. White usually pushes the h-pawn, and against strong attacking players, when black plays the dragon Sicilian, he can have some problems. So Mikhail Tal is planning to push the h-pawn and he wants to open the h-file for his rook. So we have knight to b6 attacking the bishop. So black is attacking the bishop, Tal is defending, and then knight to a5. But in this position sometimes black pushes the h-pawn. This is also for the records, only for blocking the h-pawn. But in this position black didn't push the h-pawn. He is going after the bishop. Tal is defending the bishop and still going after the bishop. But Tal pushed the pawn. h5 by Mikhail Tal. Black is attacking the queen and the bishop, defending. Knight takes bishop, queen takes knight, knight takes bishop, capturing the knight. And black has the bishop here, developing the bishop, and Mikhail Tal castled from the queen side. e6, f4. If you notice, Mikhail Tal is not rushing for capturing the g-pawn and opening the h-file. Queen to b6 and f5 by the magician from Riga. What an incredible move. Actually, in this position black captured back with the g-pawn. But in this position you might wonder what happens if pushing the e-pawn e5. What would you do in this position? So if moving the knight, if defending the knight, then queen takes queen, check, and that's losing the queen and the chess game. So what was the idea of Mikhail Tal? So this move is a tempting move, but this was the brilliant idea of Mikhail Tal. Can you see the next move of white? So let me give you a couple of seconds. Well, at first actually I didn't see the idea of Mikhail Tal. This was the idea, knight to d5, sacrificing the knight, and then checking the king after king to h8. Now can you see the idea? Well, that's actually sacrificing the queen. H takes on g6. If capturing the queen, bang, check, mate. The magician from Riga strikes. So in this position, black has to capture back for not getting checkmated. But then, can you see the move? Let me give you 3 seconds. Then rook takes on h7. This is the move, bang. King takes on h7, the only move, checking the king, only move, and then checkmate. Black is getting checkmated and there is no defense. So this is why Mikhail Tal pushed the f-pawn and allowing tempting e5. But black captured. Black saw what's going to happen, capturing back, and again. e5 is not working. We have king to h8 and Tal played rook from h to f1. Well, what happens in this position if pushing the e-pawn? If pushing the e-pawn, this is also not working because of pushing the f-pawn and black is in big trouble. So if capturing the knight, capturing the bishop with check. Okay, so bishop takes on d4 in the real chess game. Tal captured back, rook takes on d4 and e5. So black simply wants to exchange the queens. What would you do in this position if you had the white pieces? Well, Tal is simply sacrificing the rook. Queen to h6 by the magician from Riga. Accepted. Checking the king. And we have king to g8. And it looks like black is surviving. What would you do in this position? I ask this question a lot. But this chess game is a pretty instructive chess game by Mikhail Tal. So you have to see the key moves, otherwise white is actually losing because of his extremely aggressive style. Okay, if you are ready, knight to d5. So Mikhail Tal is threatening checkmate, knight to e7. But in this position, if pushing the h-pawn, which is a very tempting move, then queen to g4, and black is defending everything. How to checkmate the king? So this move is a defensive move and defending. If knight to d5, threatening knight to e7, defending with the rook, and black is surviving again, and this is actually a disaster, a tragedy. This is a tragedy for white. So in this position, Mikhail Tal played knight to d5, sacrificing the knight and defending with the rook. What happens if capturing the knight? Then this time checking the king, king to h8, and then pushing the pawn, and there is no defense. This is also deflecting the queen, and black can't defend with the rook because of checking the king, queen to f6, rook down, queen takes rook, checkmate. Black is getting checkmated. So okay, capturing the knight is also not working, defending with the rook. And now what? Queen check, king to h8, and pushing the pawn. If in this position, if king to f8, then queen check, and then knight to f6 check, only move, and checkmate. Black is getting checkmated. So king to h8 and h6 by Tal, threatening checkmate. If defending with the rook, as we talked before, then checking the king with the queen, and the king is stuck, so rook down, queen takes rook, checkmate. Pushing the pawn, e4 by black, defending with the queen. Well, Tal is a rude man. He is a very, very rude man. He shut the door to a lady, f6, closing the door for the queen and threatening checkmate, defending with the rook. Can you see the move? Well, in this position, Mikhail Tal sacrificed the queen. What a move by Tal. Queen to g7. Rook takes on g7, capturing the rook. Only move. And knight to e7. Checkmate. What a game by Tal. An incredible chess game by the magician from Riga. Okay, so this was the fantastic, unforgettable chess game by the magician from Riga. And I hope that you have enjoyed watching this chess game. And I hope to see you next time. So, Mikhail Tal basically checkmated his opponent. Okay, thanks again and bye bye.